In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to use your textbook as a revision resource in order to get those high grades. The first thing you will need is a textbook for whichever exam board you are studying. Now, OCR and AQA are the most common. For my students, it's OCR A, and I've included in the description down below the links for the current OCR and AQA textbooks. If you don't want to purchase one, you can ask your college library if they have enough in stock for you to borrow for the year. At the front of the book you have a contents page, and it's colour coded and divided into the different modules that you will study. So you can see that we have 3 different modules here in this textbook, and they're green, blue and red. So if you were studying OCR A and you are doing AS Chemistry, it might be a nice idea to colour code your notes or to buy dividers for your folder which are in these colours, so you can immediately see what work goes with which module and keep everything nice and organised. And at the very back you have a periodic table. So this is really useful if you forget to bring yours or you don't have one. So you've got all the atomic and mass numbers here. Also at the back of the book is a glossary of key terms, and you do have to learn the definitions of these key terms pretty much word for word to get the marks in your exams. So how do we use a textbook to get good grades? Well, when you've covered one of these small topics in class, read through the pages, the relevant pages in the textbook. After you've done this, complete all of the green summary questions. So this is the OCR book, but the AQA one also has these summary questions at the end of each small topic. So immediately after your lesson, read through the relevant pages in the textbook to recap what you've learned, then have a go at the questions. Now, something to notice about these questions, as you go down, they get darker in colour. So we have light green at the top and it's going dark green as you go down. And that is, as you go down, it's getting increasingly more challenging. So if you're aiming for an A grade, you should definitely be attempting all these questions, and you should be looking to get as close as possible to 100% on these. So how do you know if you've got them right? Well, the answers to these summary questions are in the back of the book. So if we look at the module code 2.1, we turn to the back of the book where it says answers, and we find 2.1. We have all the answers here and we can mark what we have done. So I suggest marking in a different coloured pen to the one that you used. If you've got something right, tick it. If you've got something wrong, do a cross and write the correct answer next to it. Read over the information again. If you're still not sure why the right answer is the right answer, make sure you ask your teacher or a friend as soon as you can before you move on to the next topic. Another thing about these textbooks that is really useful as part of your revision is that at the end of each module chapter you have practice questions. Now these are more tricky compared to the summary questions, but they are a lot more like exam style questions, like the thing that you will actually get in a real exam. So these end of chapter practice questions you should start completing as soon as you finish a chapter, and you should complete them all before you do a class test that's on the content in that chapter. Now, unlike the summary questions, the answers for the practice questions are not in the back of the book. They are on the publisher's website, and I've included the link in the description down below where you can find the answers for these practice questions. And again, if you're aiming for an A, you need to be getting around 80% or above on these practice questions. If you're aiming for a B, it's around 70% to 80%. And finally, at the end of the year, after you've done all the summary questions and practice questions, as revision and preparation for your mocks, there are some more exam questions which are organised by the papers that you will sit. So in this OCR book, we've got in the orange section paper 1 style questions, and then if we flick a couple more pages, we've also got paper 2 style questions, and the answers for these can be found in the same place as the answers to the practice questions, which are in the link in the description below. So to recap the important key points from this video: definitions from the glossary of key terms in the back of the book, learn these definitions word for word. Summary questions, which are at the end of each mini topic. Read through the relevant pages in the textbook after you've done this stuff in class, and do the summary questions and mark these as soon after the lesson as possible. When you finish a chapter and you've covered all that content in class, start the practice questions and aim to finish and mark these before you do a test on that content in class. And the fourth thing was, at the end of the year, have a go at the paper 1 and paper 2 style exam questions and mark those using the answers which are in the link down below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, share it with friends and classmates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye!